Imagine waking up 10 years from now. You remember the person you wanted to talk to, the friendship that never happened, the opportunity you never took, the relationship that could have changed your life. And then one question keeps echoing in your mind. What if I had just said something? Here's the painful truth. Shyness rarely ruins your life in one dramatic moment. Instead, it steals your life one missed conversation at a time. Today I'm going to show you the hidden ways shyness quietly affects your relationships, and why recognizing these patterns is the first step toward changing them. Imagine you meet someone who seems genuinely interested in you. They smile, they ask questions, they even give you opportunities to continue the conversation. But instead, you give short answers. You overthink every sentence. Eventually, the conversation ends. A few weeks later, you discover they started dating someone else. Immediately, your mind says, I missed my chance. Not because you weren't interested, not because you weren't attractive, but because fear spoke louder than your heart. A woman once admitted that she had liked a colleague for almost 10 years. Every morning they greeted each other. Every afternoon they exchanged polite conversations. She kept waiting for the perfect moment. It never came. One day he announced his engagement. Her greatest regret wasn't rejection. It was never giving herself the chance. Years later, she said the hardest thing wasn't losing him, it was wondering what might have happened if I had simply spoken. How many people carry stories like that? Most people think shyness only affects confidence. It doesn't. It affects connection. You may have a kind heart, a caring personality, a genuine desire to build meaningful relationships. Yet shyness quietly places distance between you and the other people, the people you want to know. The saddest part? It often happens so gradually that you don't even notice. Every meaningful relationship begins with a simple moment. A conversation, a greeting, a question. But shyness often interrupts those moments. Perhaps you wanted to introduce yourself, express your feelings, or simply say, hi. Instead, you waited. You hoped the other person would make the first move. Sometimes they never did, and later, you're left asking, what if I had just tried? Here's something many shy people don't realize. Many people cannot hear your thoughts. People cannot hear your thoughts, rather. They only see your behavior. When you're quiet, someone may think you're unfriendly. When you're nervous, someone may think you're not interested. When you're silent, someone may think or believe you don't care. Meanwhile, inside your mind, you're simply wondering, I hope I don't say the wrong thing. That's the tragedy of shyness. It creates a gap between who you really are and how other people see you. Healthy relationships aren't built on perfection. They're built on communication. But shyness makes communication feel risky. Maybe you've wanted to tell someone you appreciate them, apologize, express affection, or simply say, I enjoy spending time with you. Instead, you say nothing. Not because you don't care. Not because you care so much that you're afraid of saying the wrong thing. Over time, relationships remain on the surface. Not because love is missing, but because expression is. One of the hardest parts of shyness is emotional loneliness. You can be surrounded by people, yet still feel completely alone. Not because nobody loves you, but because very few people truly know you. You're carrying thoughts, dreams, feelings that never leave your heart. And after a while, you begin asking, will anyone ever know the real me? This is what makes shyness so exhausting. Part of you wants connection. Part of you wants to speak. Part of you wants to be seen. But another part whispers, stay quiet. Don't risk it. What if you embarrass yourself? Every day. These two voices compete, and fear often wins. If today's video feels personal, please hear this. You're not alone. And you're not trapped. The fact that you recognize these patterns means something important. Awareness is the beginning of change. You cannot change what you refuse to see. But once you see it, you can begin to rewrite it. Before you leave, ask yourself these questions. Have I missed opportunities because I stayed silent? Have people misunderstood me because I didn't express myself? Have I ever felt lonely, even while surrounded by people? Write your answers down. Not to make yourself feel guilty, but to help yourself become honest, because honesty creates growth. If today's video helps you recognize the hidden ways shyness has been affecting your relationships, then you've already taken an important step toward changing your future. But awareness alone isn't enough. The next question is, how do you finally break the cycle? Why do so many people promise themselves they'll be more confident tomorrow, only to find themselves doing the exact same thing again? That's exactly what we'll uncover in the next episode, where we'll learn how to break the cycle of fear and avoidance and begin replacing hesitation with confident action. If you don't want to wait, I've explained the entire process step by step in my book, Breaking Free from Shyness. You'll find the link in the description. If this video encouraged you, subscribe to Rise and Conquer. Turn on the notifications and continue this journey with me. Remember this, your silence may have shaped your past, but it doesn't have to decide your future. Until next time, don't let fear write your story. Rise and conquer.